topics at WAFWA. So we have a pretty good turnout that attends these meetings. So we had 2 tables at WAFWA. Everybody at both of those tables knew Scott was getting this award except for Scott. And literally when they called his name, he was looking at his cell phone on the table. And the look that he had when he looked up and he saw 20 of us all smiling at him, it was priceless.
Yeah. I could just imagine that's kind of like little Johnny in the 3rd grade back there looking at his comic book and the teacher going, and what's your answer, Johnny?
That's what. But very well deserved. They did a great tribute to the work that Scott has done in the R3 area, and we're definitely proud of him. And me personally, I'm happy and excited to call him a friend.
Absolutely. You know, he and I go back to the 2nd or 3rd day you were at the department.
Yeah, you invited me to be on your show my 3rd day, and I wisely declined that particular opportunity.
Yeah.
But I'm glad.
But anyway, hey, I'm glad you recovered from the commission meeting. I have to tell you, I learned a tremendous amount of information that we didn't have up there. The presentation, especially, first I want to talk a little bit about the revocation process. That was the darndest revocation process I personally have ever sat through. I mean, that was just staggering what was done and how Gene and your investigating WMs had to go through to bring these people to justice. So, outstanding job, sir.
It is. We spoke about this last week leading up to it, Don, because we all knew this was going to be a significant. And for your listening audience, this was a group of poachers. We rarely get more than one. But in this case, we were talking about 6 different people that were involved with this thing. Some definitely more than others that were involved. But as you heard, we had to revoke 2 hunting, fishing, trapping licenses in the state of Arizona permanently. And these guys are only in their 30s. So, just these egregious type things, we have to do those things. It doesn't make anyone happy to take those steps, but from time to time, those steps have to be taken. So, but you are right. Great work by the FOD, our Field Operations Division, to bring these criminals to justice.
And this, if I'm not mistaken, I was trying to take notes. It was very difficult for me to hear up there with my hearing aids and stuff. So what I hear may not be accurate, at least what I thought I heard. So the shooter, the main guy, had a monetary fine of $47,000 on top of restitution for elk of $18,573. Is that what you remember?
Yes, sir.
Boom. So, and then the other guys, just for the sake of the listeners, the elk restitution was $7,287.19. I don't know where that 19 cents comes from.
We got to be precise, Don.
Yeah, absolutely. That goes in Director Gray's Christmas fund, I'm sure. So, and then the compensation for a mule deer, $3,999.09. So these guys got hammered pretty good.
They got hammered really hard. And just once again, all of these civil assessments, we call it, as you know, Don, the wildlife is held in a public trust. It's owned by the people of the state of Arizona. That's who owns wildlife. So when animals are poached, that fine is established in statute. We don't make those numbers up. That's in law. And it's to repay the people in the state of Arizona for the loss of their wildlife. That's the whole intent of the civil assessment. And there's an algorithm that it goes through. That's how you end up with the 19 cents in there. But that's where it comes from, and that's what it's for.
Okay. Several questions have been posed to me, and I don't know the answer of this. So if you could, the question goes like this. Okay, they've got some pretty heavy fines. It's kind of a dual-part question. How much time do they have to make monetary restitutions in full? And secondly, if they default, what happens?
So there's a couple of things. There's not really a time frame to have those repaid. But in a normal revocation, let's not use this one as the example, but if somebody's revoked, say, for 5 years, even at the end of the 5 years, if they have not paid their civil assessment and they haven't done everything that was imposed as part of the violation, they cannot apply for a hunting license. So that's the carrot. You would say, hey, if you ever want to hunt or fish again, and you heard all these gentlemen say they were passionate anglers, and they all have fishing licenses, and they like to go fishing.
You know,
so
between
they cannot get a fishing license.
Yeah, between you, Commissioner Hernandez, Chairman Geiler, Geiler did a good job as his first seat as chairman. Just a wonderful job in the orchestration, and then Commissioner Sue. You guys asked some pretty hard questions to these gentlemen, and for the listening audience. Not all of them spoke English, so they had interpreters present, going between the commissioners, Gene Elms, back and forth, and there was some back and forth. That must have taken an hour at least. I didn't time it, but it was a lengthy, heavy-duty revocation. Yes, Scott?
Yeah, and I think it should be noted, and maybe the commissioner will correct me on this, but it's not just in Arizona they've lost their license. So there's consequences for willful disregard of regulation. And so not only can they not hunt in Arizona, but we're part of a compact of, I think, 30 to 32 states. That's the same with a lifetime revocation, Commissioner?
We can double check that.
I think it's nearly all 50 states now that are part of that compact agreement. What Scott said is accurate.
So they can't legally hunt, period.
Anywhere. Well, that's good. And then, Commissioner, since you have your commissioner's hat on, at what point does the severity dictate jail time because of these infractions?
So there is a big discussion with those things. In our game fished ARS, Arizona Revised Statute, Title 17, most of the violations are deemed to be misdemeanors. But it is the court who sets the level of that violation. So the commission, follow what the courts apply, because every one of these people, before they come to the commission, they've already been arrested, they have gone to court, they have either pled or been found guilty by a jury or a judge. So by the time they come to us, the court process is already gone through. What the commission is doing is authority to revoke licenses and to reclaim the loss to the state of Arizona. Those are the limits we have. So that's where it really resides with the court and being able to determine which state statute was violated by the crimes.
Is there any? Thank you for that. Is there any situation that would go from misdemeanor to felony based on the egregiousness of the crime?
Yes, definitely. When they cross over into areas of theft or, that would be under like a Title 13 within the state ARS, then they could fall over into a felony area. And that's happened. There's actually precedence for that stuff.
Well, that's good. Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, hats off to you guys. That was a tough case. Rounding all these people up, we have cultural shock. These folks were from Thailand, Malaysia area, Scott, and we had a little bit of a language barrier, a little bit of a cultural differences. Since the meeting, I've talked to some of my friends that are from Vietnam and in other places, and when it comes to wildlife rules, there are no rules.
Yeah, we have learned that in speaking with others. This isn't the first time, by the way, that we've had. These are U.S. citizens. They've just come from other countries, and they, some of them know, some of them don't know. Some of them are highly driven by their communities, and we strive mightily to try to get the word out to these different communities. One of the things from this revocation, we were speaking to this after the meeting, that if nothing else, this sends a message out to a lot of the other community members that there are consequences for this. And I agree that a lot of them just don't know what the rules are. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully it turns out to be a positive for these gentlemen, and we can all do better in the future for sure.
Okay, we've got to flip in a hard break. May I ask you to hang on and join us for the second or come back, because there's some other stuff I want to cover here.
I'd be happy to.
Okay, stand by, folks. We're going to flip into a break here at Fox Sports 910. More with R3 Branch Chief, Commissioner Guggenhauer. I'm Don McDowell, and this is, Fox Sports.
The first stop on any fishing trip is Phoenix Fishing Supply, 16th Street, just south of Camelback Road. At Phoenix Fishing Supply, they are the saltwater experts and all things fishing since 1987. Name it, they've got it. Gowdy Ted and his team of experts can service all your rods, reels, and equipment. To ensure you have the equipment to fight the fight, spool up a new line, check your brakes, clutch, and drag system. While you're there, check out the best of rods, reels, lures, and terminal tackle for whatever you're fishing for. Phoenix Fishing Supply, 4810 North 16th Street. Don't lose the fight.
If you're new in the valley and want to fish or don't know where or how to, contact the Goodyear Bass Club, sanctioned by BASS. The Goodyear Bass Club is a teaching club with boater and non-boater slots open. Enjoy the benefits of BASS, the Arizona Bass Federation Nation, and meet some awesome anglers. For more information, call Mike Hofforth, 623-229-4650, or check him out online, ArizonaBassNation.com. Hey, let's go fishing.
Bass is king.
In early September, east of Flagstaff, near Winona, Arizona, in Game Management Unit 7 East, north of the I-40 and west of the 504 road, an eco-terrorist committed an act of environmental terrorism at the Young Canyon Trick Tank by cutting the perimeter fence and contaminating the 5,000 gallons of wildlife water with diesel fuel. This act is beyond vandalism, it's environmental terrorism. Our wildlife water is precious. We're asking for your help to bring these bad boys to justice. $6,000 in rewards have been posted for the arrest and conviction of these eco-terrorists by the Arizona Deer Association, Arizona Elk Society, and Don McDowell Outdoors. If you've seen something or know something, say something. Contact the Arizona Game Fish Operation Game Thief Hotline at 800-352-0700. This message brought to you by the Arizona Deer Association, conserving all of Arizona's deer herds.
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click RollShutterSystemsUSA.com or call 623-869-7057.
Turn your home into restricted airspace. Tell incoming flights you want them diverted. The new Raid Essentials Light Trap plugs into the wall and uses light to attract, then trap flying insects like fruit flies and mosquitoes. Its 24/7 continuous attraction provides insecticide-free protection that's people and pet friendly. Consider air service interrupted. New Raid Essentials Light Trap. Insecticide-free protection.
I'm Byron Brown, the anti-lawyer lawyer. When it comes to your personal injury case, I'm straight to the point. I'll answer your call, no BS.
Byron Brown, the anti-lawyer lawyer. Call 1-800-ANTI-LAWYER.
You'd do anything to keep your vehicle happy. Let's make sure it stays running smoothly. With eBay Guaranteed Fit, the right parts are just a click away. When you see the green check, you know that part will fit. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you love the outdoors, make sure you sign up for the weekly hunting fishing newsletter to stay up to date with the latest outdoorsman news across the nation. Sign up today at huntingfishing.com. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
Brought to you by Mr. Crappie's Slab Daddy Supper Rigs. We all live for the thump.
All right, we're back visiting with James Guggenauer. He's visiting with us as a commissioner, and hopefully we'll get to a Roosevelt update. But right now, James, I want to thank you guys for all the work that management did, Ty Gray and Mr. Finley and whoever else that I don't know about was involved in dealing with the governor and Christian Cinema on this latest land grab. Had you guys not done what you did, we would have lost the ability for you guys to manage game and fish up there, and most certainly would have lost the North Kaibab. So I was operating under some misguided information, but the truth be known, and it all came out. The presentation that Luke Thompson did on the state and federal lands planning update was just absolutely wonderful, and we're going to try to get that PowerPoint to the ADA and others organizations membership so that everybody has a comprehensive idea of what's going on. And Chairman Geiler filled me in on some stuff. So you guys did an awesome job. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. As you said, we've been working, seems like a couple of months to try to bring this to fruition. And like I said in my public comments, the Governor Hobbs, in her support of the monument, she stated in her public letter that she released that, hunting and fishing and state's authority to manage wildlife, which is the Arizona Game and Fish Commission, and the department, which is authorized by the commission to do that management. He said that will be maintained. And Senator Sinema's office, we had several phone calls with her and talks with her staff to make sure that we got the right wording into the proclamation, into the fact sheet, so that we can ensure what we do for hunters and anglers and recreationists across the state. So I think a good outcome at the end, and as you said, it was a great team effort to get to where we are.
Yeah, Scott and I were talking, as an NGO and private sector, we just don't know, and we don't need to know that, that's another thing. You guys have a job to do, and you're good at doing what you're doing. Because, as I said earlier when we started the show, Arizona's Game and Fish Department is one of the premier shining stars in the country. We set the bar. You set the bar on so many levels, on so many subjects. It's just awesome.
Yep. I tell them that routinely, that when we go to organizations like WAFA, as you were talking about earlier, and we get to talk to commissioners from other state agencies, they are in awe of what Arizona is able to accomplish. And it's because of strategic thinkers like we have at the department, and being able to execute. And when you have people like Scott Lavin is one of your branch managers who is strategic in his thinking and implements and works hard to get those things done, that's how that agency succeeds. Absolutely.
Well, I refuse not. I'm not going to call you Pastor Lavin, okay? I'm not going to do that.
Well, hold on. I want to put something back on the commissioner, though. I think, we've got to thank the commission as well. And I've been around just long enough now to appreciate the evolution of our commission. And we've got an amazing commission. And one thing we have that most states don't is our state wildlife agency director works for the commission. He's not a governor appointee.
Yeah.
And in a lot of states, you got to remember the average tenure across the country for a state director is 3 years. How do you manage that way? We're very blessed that Ty works for the commission, and the commission appreciates his efforts, so they've kept him around so long.
Well, we're blessed. We have a very, very strong commission right now, and upper management is absolutely stellar. That said, any tidbit you can share on Roosevelt Lake, how to catch a fish over there?
I might be at a little bit of a loss with this, but I will tell you that the water level dropped another 1%.
That's not
down
bad.
to 92% for this time of year. That's really good.
Wow.
But we've been getting monsoon rains up here. So two things with that. First is we can already see an uptick in flows in the salt going into the lake. So the monsoon rains are starting to flow into the lake, and that's a good thing. That's going to slow down the reduction. The second thing is right here at our house in Payson, we've got a half inch of rain the last 2 days for a total of 1 inch in 2 days.
Oh my
But these storms, Don, when they come up fast and they are hard.
Boom.
If you're out in the water in the afternoon, be careful. These storms will trap you out there faster than you can outrun it to a ramp. So we want people to be careful.
I just did a piece for the Coast Guard. We're going to put that up on the website. Exactly what you're talking about. Monsoon storms. Okay, listen, we've got to flip into a hard break. Please express my gratitude and appreciation to the commissioners and everybody at the department. You guys are doing just such a good job, and had you not done what you did do, we wouldn't have a North Kaibab.
And thank you for helping us get the word out, Don.
We're going to keep going. We're going to work hard to support the department in some different manners. We're making headway to go back to Washington, D.C. and working with some of our congressional delegates, county boards of supervisors, the Arizona Cattle Growers Association, to see what we can do to support game and fish in a little bit better manner than we have been.
Appreciate you.
All right. Okay, who's your pick on the road course today?
I didn't even read up on it today, but there's no sense in changing course now, right?
Okay. Larson's McDowell's on the pole with Larson. So I'm going to step out. I'm going to say McDowell's going to beat Larson. If that's the case, I'll buy you a hot dog.
You got a deal.
All right, we got to flip into a break. Cardi Showan from Auburn University when we come back. Get us out of here, man. We're on overtime.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all of your favorite radio stations.
The Rod Ryan Show.
It's
The Woody Show.
It's Elliot in the morning. All of the once-in-a-lifetime events.
iHeartRadio Music Festival, yeah!
All of the best free curated playlists. The best fans. All of the great podcasts for every interest.
The stuff they don't want you to know.
All of the mind-blowing contests.
$20,000.
Awesome. All of your favorite superstars.
This is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
Best of all, it doesn't cost a thing. Download the absolutely free iHeartRadio app now.
This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. We are Buffalo. And here
Here's what you need to know.
In the NFL preseason on Saturday night, the Baltimore Ravens held off the Philadelphia Eagles 20-19 for their NFL record 24th consecutive preseason victory. The Los Angeles Chargers over the Los Angeles Rams 34-17. The Chargers ran for 214 yards as a team. Rams rookie quarterback Stetson Bennett, formerly of the national champion Georgia Bulldogs, completed 17 of 29 for 161 and a touchdown. In Major League Baseball on Saturday night, the Baltimore Orioles won at Seattle in 10 innings, 1-0, to break the Mariners' 8-game winning streak. The Los Angeles Dodgers made it 7 straight wins with a 4-1 victory over the Colorado Rockies. The Dodgers additionally have won 11 out of 12. And the Arizona Diamondbacks broke a 9-game losing streak with a 3-0 win over the San Diego Padres, who themselves have lost 5 of 6.
This is the Parker
I'm
and
Isaac
Sons Weather Center.
Lowenkron.
For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
Hot one to finish off the weekend. We'll top out at about 110 this afternoon. Overnight, fair skies, but still warm, the low around 90. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Corey McCloskey.
This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. When your ride fires on all cylinders, so do you. That's why Napa is on a mission to keep you in motion. With nearly 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and over 17,000 Napa Auto Care centers, the Napa network has everything you need to get up and go.
Attention Arizona firearms owners. Have you been searching for that one-stop shop for all your firearm and gunsmithing needs? Search no more. Head over to 33rd Parallel Defense, where they do it all. Firearms and optics sales, repairs, slide and barrel milling, custom builds, trigger jobs, optics installs, scope ring lapping, projection leveling and laser zeroing, Cerakote, engraving and stipling. 33rd Parallel Defense, 10435 North Scottsdale Road, Scottsdale, Arizona, 480-525-8674.
This segment brought to you by Boyd's Gun Stocks, makers of the adjustable agility and at-one stock for your favorite long gun. Head to boydsgunstocks.com for more details. Build with Boyd's. It's time for Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910. A show for the avid fisherman and hunter looking for tips from the pros. Now here's your host, a saltwater fisherman and the man that fears no fish. He's the bass daddy and a tournament pro, Don McDowell.
We are back. We're still chasing Carter Shawn back at Auburn University. We're going to try him one more time. If not, we'll try to get him on next week. But back to Chief Lavin. Let's talk a little bit about Fair Chase. You just had 2 weeks of Fair Chase.
So we do an annual campaign. It's an outreach campaign, communications campaign called #IamFairChase, right? And you've been kind enough to do some spots for us on that. And basically what we try to do is for 1 week, leverage as many partners as possible to use that hashtag to have a larger presence than any one organization could afford on the airwaves, right?
Yeah.
And it's worked out pretty good. We actually got an award from the Boone and Crockett Club. And what the messaging is about is not so much the actual rules, because nationwide hunting regulations and terrain and habitat and wildlife changes, right?
Yeah, it's all different.
But the idea is to promote ethical behavior in hunting and sportsmanlike behavior.
Thank you.
So the idea would be that, and we've had a lot of Arizona citizens participate, and we've featured their messaging on our campaign. And basically, you just say, hey. When I'm hunting, this is how I approach Fair Chase.
Yeah.
And then we like them to end with their name, hashtag, and I am Fair Chase. So it would be like, I am Scott Lavin, and I am Fair Chase.
Yes.
And it's worked out really well. We've got an amazing citizenry in Arizona. This program, like many other programs, there's a constituent steering committee that helps drive our Fair Chase committee. And so a lot of these good ideas came from, local hunters, sportsman organizations, guides, and retailers.
What is your plan for distribution of all of your hard work? Do you target specific group? I know social media. Okay, that anymore is a broad scope. Because we're in a situation right now. We all knew Reader's Digest. If it was in Reader's Digest, it was true. Well, the new Reader's Digest is Instagram. If it's on Instagram, it's got to be true.
Yeah.
Because I put stuff out there, they get pissed off, they block me, take it down, tell me don't ever do that again, and So, did you have some of that? Are you targeting OHV groups?
For the sake of this campaign, it's general public, and here's why. All right, so 90, the numbers changed from year to year, but over 90% of Americans accept hunting as long as they are reminded that it's legal and regulated. Now, remember, there's a lot of folks out there that are trying to frame hunting as poachers, and we just talked about poachers. Nobody likes a poacher.
No.
But so, one, the messaging, and the reason why we do this campaign in August, so if you've been drawn for big game hunting in Arizona, if you've got an elk tag.
I did.
All right.
I got 2.
You know what? I did not get any, so I'm in a bad mood now. Thank you.
Okay, good deal.
But if you so now's the time of year though that you're starting to think, okay, when does my scouting trip do? Is all my gear in order? I got to go out and sight my rifle. So while you're in that mindset, we're hitting you with, all right, think about your ethical hunting, right?
Thank you.
And on the general public, if you've never now only. In Arizona, I think 4.2% of Arizonans hunt, right? So not a lot, right? But 90% of Americans are okay with hunting as long as it's legal and regulated. So this messaging, even though you may not be a hunter, you're seeing everyday Arizonans, everyday Americans talk about the ethics of hunting. So then it transcends just harvesting an animal and not understanding the ethos and the motivations for harvesting that animal. Because I think everyone we know is going to make use of every inch of that animal. We're gonna feed our families.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So so it's worked out very well. And here's the really fun part. We always hear about the internet trolls, right? And the department has its share.
Oh.
When somebody starts sniping at somebody who's posted about hunting and fair chase, the community has commented on Facebook. Because the department has a policy. As long as you don't use inappropriate language, we're going to let your negative posts stand, right?
Yeah.
So, but the community has said, no, that's not what hunting is about. Maybe you didn't understand. And that's been amazing.
That's great. Well, we're trying to combat some things at Arizona Deer Association. As you may know or may not know, Jim Lawrence is the new president.
I did not know that.
I have stepped down. I have yielded my time to J.W. Lawrence. He's going to do a good job. I'm going to stay involved in projects and some of the other things that we've started. I'm not backing away from it by any. There's some things I'm not going to stay involved in, but. I think the big thing right now is the educational process. We're trying to use this platform, being on there 22 years, to educate the villagers and those that don't hunt, that might want to hunt, or those that don't hunt, don't like to hunt. Explain the ethics and the fair chase thing is so paramount. I don't want my age to get into it, but when I came up, there was a whole set of ethics that you were ingrained by your granddad or your dad or whomever started you in the process. Today, we don't have that. We have so many different things we have to tolerate. And sometimes, Scott, it's for I've been after you about hauling water and that kind of thing, and I'm not going to quit that. So I'm going to come for you.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing. The other big thing we have right now is the just an influx of bazillions of OHVs and ATVs and this kind of thing, and I get it. I bought an ATV just because of my wildlife habitat work with ADA. For me, as an egress, get in some of these places you can't take a truck. So I was mad at these guys, and I had to have a chat with myself. Am I mad because they have one and I don't? Okay, driving an $80,000 truck, and they got a $60,000 ATV, and I'm pissed.
Yeah, okay? They can go where you can't.
yeah, okay. So putting that all aside, there's behavior. People expect you and I to behave driving a truck or hiking or spot and stalk, whatever the case is. I expect these guys not to be jackasses in their OHVs. You know, and I'm telling you, it's heating up out there. Last elk season, they had a guy. They were drinking. You know, you can see they weren't. For God's sakes, they weren't drinking Bud Light. Thank you. They were drinking Coors, and oh yeah, nothing worse than a Bud Light drinker in an OHV. Oh my God, yeah, he had a pink rifle. So, this guy, you know, I pull over. He comes screaming by, starts flipping me off and stuff. I'm going, wait a minute, I'm the wrong guy to do that to. Okay, so I'm like out of my truck. Okay, this is long gun season.
Yeah, you
got long gun, handgun. You know, he stops, I stop. You know, and we had words, and it was going down the hill. It's one of those things. I don't like to walk away from a fight, but had I not walked away, the ending would have been. Let's just say there may have been powder burns someplace.
Yeah, and really, I mean, both parties are out there trying to have fun, but you're right. They have different values. They have different experiences. They have different skill sets. My friends like to rat me out sometimes when we're out hunting, and they're, oh, well, he works for Game and Fish. I'm like, thanks, guys. You know?
Yeah, cool.
And you know, for the most part, and I'm not a law enforcement officer, so I just kind of keep my mouth shut almost all the time. But we were out elk hunting. I did get a tag last year.
Good.
And we were out elk hunting last year, and this guy was admitting to doing some, taking some shots that probably, you don't shoot at a running elk at 400 yards. You just don't, right? And I just said, that's probably not the safest thing to do. And he didn't seem to be getting it. And I wasn't, he doesn't, I'm just camouflaged. So I just kind of, I just try to encourage his better demons. But, you may be encouraged to know, though, that our law enforcement and OHV teams has been working a lot with most of the OHV rental companies up in Sedona and so forth.
Yeah.
And they created an amazing video. And the OHV rental companies are now playing that video because, most of that business recreationally are non-residents, right? So they don't even know Arizona, much less OHV laws in Arizona.
Exactly.
And the vendors are saying, hey, you know what? Our equipment isn't getting beat up as much because we make people watch this video before they rent their OHVs. So,
well, too, I think they're educating them, too. There are certain times of the year that you have to share the woods or the trails with potential big game hunters.
Absolutely.
So, you need to pay attention. Yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We'll pick this conversation up at the bottom of the hour. Coming up next, we have a good friend we're going to talk to, Chris Rich from AZ Fly Shops. The drug is the tug, and the adventure begins at AZ Fly Shop. I'm Don McDowell with
Scott Lavin.
That's Pastor Lavin over here, gentlemen. Fox Sports 910.
Attention Arizona firearms owners. Have you been searching for that one-stop shop for all your firearm and gunsmithing needs? Search no more. Head over to 33rd Parallel Defense, where they do it all. Firearms and optics sales, repairs, slide and barrel milling, custom builds, trigger jobs, optics installs, scope ring lapping, projection leveling and laser zeroing, Cerakote, engraving and stipling. 33rd Parallel Defense, 10435 North Scottsdale Road, Scottsdale, Arizona, 480-525-8674.
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems Shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click rollshuttersystemsusa.com or call 623-869-7057.
I'm Officer Kenny D. with the Arizona Game and Fish Department's Operation Game Thief program. The bad boys that poach the animals that are displayed in this trailer thought they could get away with it. They killed the animals and took them home, and they thought they were safe. But these criminals forgot one thing. We make house calls.
Big news! AZ Med Weight Control cutting-edge programs now include the Evolve X body contouring technology. The Evolve X body contouring machine is non-invasive, hands-free solution that quickly transforms the shape of your muscles while treating fat and improving the look of your skin and contour. With the Evolve X body contouring, you get to take advantage of the combination of technologies that delivers a no downtime and a true alternative for sculpting your body without needles or surgery. As medical technology grows daily, AZ Med Weight Control strives to stay on the leading edge of the medical weight loss industry. If you want to become a happier, healthier you, then AZ Med Weight Control is for you. Evolve X is now available at our Avondale office, located at 2935 North Dysart Road. Call for your appointment now at 623-251-5605. Let me give you that number one more time because you don't want to miss this offer. 623-251-5605 or visit azmedweightcontrol.com. That's azmedweightcontrol.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Hey DQ fans, the Caramel Fudge Cheesecake Blizzard treat has arrived. It's so wonderful that you won't want to miss out. Indulge your cheesecake cravings and get a heaping helping of fudge and caramel too. Try it today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
This segment brought to you by Boyd's Gun Stocks, makers of the adjustable agility and at-one stock for your favorite long gun. Head to boydsgunstocks.com for more details. Build with Boyd's. This segment is brought to you by the AZ Fly Shop, where your adventure begins. The best in fly fishing is at the AZ Fly Shop, 3254 East Cactus Road. Show us your rack. How big is that elk, whitetail, moose, or mule deer? In the world of big game hunting, there's nothing better than having your rack on the wall and shown around the outdoor world. Head to huntingfishing.com and show us your rack. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
All right, we're back. We're still trying to locate or get a call into Chris Rich. You know, he told me where he was going to be this week. Out in the mountains someplace, so he may not have cell service. He does that quite a bit to us. So let's get back to your point. Oh, you got Chris now? Okay, we got Chris Rich.
Hey, Don McDowell.
Hey, what's that? Hey, I got your buddy in here, Scott Lavin.
Oh, nice.
What's going on, Chris?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. We woke up this morning up here in Pine Top. It was about 49 degrees. We got started about 3 o'clock. We loaded the dogs up, and I got a bear tag in my pocket, and we got dogs chasing a bear right now.
What? Okay, I got to watch. Yeah, a bear tag and a fly rod. This is what could go wrong here.
I think I saw an old movie about this.
Yeah. Oh my
God.
God.
I felt like I had to give those fish a break for a few days and come out here with a few buddies and see if we couldn't help out with the bear population.
Well, that's a good thing. Just for my own edification, what's your weapon of choice today?
We've got what are we shooting them with? A
45
long bolt out of a rifle.
Okay, that's an interesting.
Old school.
That's an interesting choice.
We've been chasing. We got dogs, and we've been working them for 3 days. We've had quite a bit of rain up here. There's been quite a bit of rain up here.
That's what Commissioner Guggenauer was saying.
Yeah, it was cloudy and rainy most of the day on Friday and most of the day yesterday. It started to clear out yesterday. That makes it tough on these dogs to follow that scent when that rain is coming down. The moisture's out there in the ground.
Wow. Okay, so are you on bears?
Are we on a bear, Anthony?
We are.
I think the dogs went out. They went off. We sent them off, and a couple of them are back now. We might not be on a bear right at the moment. But we've had a few. We've had a few of them. We've had the dogs go off 3 or 4 times this morning.
Okay. Well, here's a tip from your buddy over here. He wants you to take some bacon grease and just lace your hunting boots with the bacon grease.
I don't think Scott would do that to me. He's too nice a guy.
Oh, yes, he would.
This is the important part about relationships, so they know.
They know what's coming.
They know who will do what and won't do what.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to hear he's hunting instead of fishing, because when he's fishing, my employee's always with him. So I got a fishing coordinator that spends more time with Chris than he does with me. So
gee, that's hard to understand, isn't it?
All right. Oh, it's been fun. We've seen a lot of country. I've been into a lot of country up here in the mountains that I haven't been into yet, and it's been fantastic. And I'm giving the fish a break for a few days.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm glad to see you enjoy the outdoor. Tell me, what are you seeing for deer, elk, and turkeys?
You know what? We've seen a lot of turkey. We've seen a lot of elk, and we've seen a fair number of deer. We had, I'll tell you what, we were up, kind of east of the Big Lake area on Friday morning, and the dogs jumped a bear. We sent them out and, sent the first wave out, second boom, here they all go. Suddenly we see them splitting up. We look out there. They were kind of out in one of those open pastures. There was about 7 or 8 wolves chasing these dogs around. That happened to us twice on Friday morning up there, 2 different places.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we got out of that area because we figured that might be what was, going to be plaguing us all morning.
I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say can be used. Never mind. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about wolves.
These bear hunters share your opinion. They share your opinion. So
yeah.
That's the only one.
Well, if you happen to have a collar, I've heard of guys hanging them on the back of a UPS truck. So.
Oh, that happens. That kind of stuff happens, huh?
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
I'm glad R3 branch chief isn't on duty today.
I'm a state employee. I don't have an opinion.
Attaboy.
Oh yeah.
Hey, We've got the Fly Fish Film Tour coming to Phoenix on September 24th, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, boy.
It's going to be an exciting event. It'll be the wrap-up of our carp rally. There'll be raffle baskets at the shop next week. I think the raffle baskets, we're going to have 3 of them that go between $1,500 to $2,000 a piece in brand new, the latest, greatest fly fishing gear from our vendors. And we do raffle tickets for the next month. All that money goes to charity. Our vendors really like what we're doing at the shop in terms of supporting our local community. They've given and given and given to our events, and every year it keeps getting bigger. I actually had to tell them to stop, like no more. I don't think I can sell enough tickets to make it worth the while. But it's going to be a great event. We should raise quite a bit of money, and we should have a lot of fun in the process of it all. I hope to see both of you two there at the Fly Fishing Film Tour.
Well, that was my next question to the chief over here. Carp rally?
I'm just kind of getting the memo on this. I'm late to the party, but
sounds like a blast to me.
It does. I got to make sure it doesn't interfere with the wedding, but otherwise I'm game.
You've got an employee that knows how to catch those carp. I've been out with him. I know he knows how to.
He's annoying. I almost threw him in Biscuit Tank one day. He caught like 6 fish in 5 minutes, and I didn't catch anything. So, he's on the outs with me right now.
Who are you talking about?
Chase is our new fishing program coordinator at Arizona Game and Fish. Absolutely the perfect guy for the job. His job is Chase. He's an old he's not old. He's a very, very young gentleman, but he apparently did fly guide fishing in Colorado.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a sharp dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's hanging around the shop quite a bit, and that's what happens when you hang around AZ Fly Shop. You go out to the water and catch fish. Amazing, huh?
Bingo! Rub it in, rub it in.
It's amazing how that works out, isn't it?
It's a great destination. I can see how anybody could get inspired going into your store.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, his name is Chase.
It is that.
Okay.
I'm not that creative. I can't make this stuff up.
Well, there was a guy that was a rep out here, and his name was he was a fishing rep. Had lines, and that kind of thing. His name was Rusty Hooks. I'm serious. He told me that, and I said, no. Give me your driver's license. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was right there, Rusty Hooks.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
Crazy. Yeah, we fished with a guy back in Alabama. His name was Robert B., not E., but Robert B. Lee, and he lived on something on Slap Out Road in Alabama. I mean, you can't make this stuff up in America.
No.
You don't have to.
No, you don't have to. You don't. The news is the best TV show going, isn't it? I mean, I don't like watching it, but as far as entertainment value, there's a lot of entertaining stuff happening.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to change what I watch. I'm watching the news, and it's getting pretty scary out there, Chris.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I cut the news off in 2016. It was the best choice I ever made.
Yeah, I don't know.
I subscribe to that program.
Yeah.
I'll
read.
it's coming.
I'll read the AZ Game and Fish regulations before I want to sit down and watch the news.
Yeah. Okay.
A little more reality, a little more truth in the matter, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so how many days are you going to be bear hunting?
I may hunt again tomorrow. We've been out here since Friday morning, and I think I could grab one more day, and then I got to get back down to the valley. I got meetings. We got that junior fly fishing club. We've got a meeting next week at the shop to keep bouncing that down the road. I think we should have it up and operational here hopefully in the next 30 days or so.
Okay.
And
let me ask you, in the field, do you have the new e-tag app for your phone from Game and Fish? Are you using that? Yeah, the phone app for your tags. Arizona e-tag is what it's called. I think we're losing him. Okay, Chris, if you can hear us, be safe out there and give us a call next week. Chris Rich, AZ Fly Shop. And the application I'm talking about, do you have that?
Well, I haven't been drawn since it's been launched, so no, I don't have it yet. But yes, I have.
I do.
Well, we were talking about Luke Thompson. Luke
you want to see my two tags?
No, I really don't.
Okay.
I wish you all the luck and safety in the world, but no, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, this app is so cool. I've got my phone with me anyway. Use that and Onyx Hunt application. Between this and that, I was carrying a bag on my belt, little moly bag, with all my tags, because I got a turkey tag, I got an elk tag, I got a mountain lion tag, I got a javelina tag, and they're this big. You know how big they are.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
So, right here.
And that works whether you have service or not?
Right here.
Just offline or online, you're good to go. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah, I'm happy to have that. So, anyway, we got to flip into a break here. You want to talk saltwater fishing when we come back?
I've got quite the itch to talk saltwater fishing.
You do?
Yeah. I haven't been in quite a while.
Yeah, but you got the background.
Oh yeah. No, I'm hungry for some tuna. Let me tell you.
Oh
you were
man,
talking Dorado earlier.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, gotta go. Okay, we're gonna step down one more break, and we come back. We're gonna talk about saltwater side of life over out of HM Landing. And let's see if we can get a hold of Captain Bill. We'll be right back. Fox Sports 910.
The first stop on any fishing trip is Phoenix Fishing Supply, 16th Street, just south of Camelback Road. At Phoenix Fishing Supply, they are the saltwater experts and all things fishing since 1987. Name it, they've got it. Gowdy Ted and his team of experts can service all your rods, reels, and equipment. To ensure you have the equipment to fight the fight, spool up with new line, check your brakes, clutch, and drag system. While you're there, check out the best of rods, reels, lures, and terminal tackle for whatever you're fishing for. Phoenix Fishing Supply, 4810 North 16th Street. Don't lose the fight.
Really? Thanks for calling Grand Avenue Mini Storage. We are located at 3636 West Grand Avenue. We have units ranging from 4 foot by 4 foot all the way up to a 20 by 20. Yes, sir. I do think the 4 foot by 4 foot will hold all of your IRS crashed hard drives. No, sir. I don't think the 20 by 20 will hold all the people the White House has thrown under the bus, but do have room for that bus. Grand Avenue Mini Storage. Call us at 602-246-0680. 602-246-0680.
You know, tuna fishing doesn't have to be time-consuming or expensive. Fish the Malahini, the three-quarter-day premier sport boat out of H&M Landing, San Diego. Yep, over on the left coast. Malahini has a long and proud tradition of dependable service, and with the goal of your success on the water. Captains Bill Wilkerson, Mike Schmidt, and Mike Zayak will utilize their extensive skills and the latest technology to put you on fish. Tuna season is in full swing right now. Yeah, right now. Spend a day on the water on the premier three-quarter-day sport fishing boat on the left coast, Malahini Sport Fishing. Don't miss the boat or the fish. Book Malahini now at hmlanding.com or call them at 619-222-1144. Hey, I'm Don McDowell, and I fish Malahini.
Are you exhausted after a long day on the lake or in the mountains or a hectic work week? Need a boost before your next tournament? Facing the mountain or Monday morning? Living Waters IV Hydration will have you feeling and performing your best. Experienced caring nurses customize an intravenous treatment, combining fluids, electrolytes, vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to meet your individual needs in the comfort of your home, office, or event. Living Waters IV is Christian-based, nurse and veteran-owned. Discounts for first-time customers, military, nurses, and first responders. Accepts HSA, FSA funds. While you're at it, why not treat the lady in your life to a rejuvenating beauty package? Feel and look your best with the experienced caring nurses taking excellent care of your hydration needs. Visit livingwatersiv.com. Call or text 480-500-9504.
Have you seen the cost of eggs lately? With these prices, we'd barely be scraping by if it weren't for Dave. It's the banking app that advances us up to $500 instantly. There's no interest, late fees, or credit checks. No joke. You can get extra cash for anything your family needs. Download the Dave app now or go to dave.com. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve. Member FDIC.
With the Autio app riding shotgun, every road trip is an adventure.
Autio is my traveling companion. It's educational, entertaining, funny. It makes the drive come to life.
The Autio app automatically plays you stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories outside your car window, with over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast.
I've learned more about my hometown from the Autio app than I did growing up here.
Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at autio.com.
This segment is brought to you by Malahini Sport Fishing. Don't miss the boat or the bite. Book directly at malahinisportfishing.com. Back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910 and always on our free iHeartRadio app. Here's the Bass Daddy and Tournament Pro, Don McDowell.
All right, we're back. We're going to dispense with the saltwater communication with Captain Bill. We can't raise him on either the sat phone or the cell phone. But we have our buddy Carty Schoen on the phone. He's called in. So, Carty, what's happening, brother?
Good morning.
Yes, it is. What are you guys up to back there?
Well, we just fished the College National Championship. That finished up yesterday, and we were lucky enough to have an Auburn team win it. And, we're national championships for Bass Nation.
Wow, that's cool.
So it was an awesome tournament. Most of our teams did poor, which usually doesn't happen, but you can beat a lot of the Tigers, but it's hard to beat all of them. And Tucker
that's well
Smith
put.
and Aiden Marbett won it. And it was crazy. We had about half our team go out on our own boats and watch them catch their fish yesterday. We got to watch from our own boats, and it was awesome.
That's cool. How many anglers did the event have?
So this one is you have to qualify for it. You can't sign up. We had 131 boats.
Wow.
So we had 262 anglers.
That's a good field of competition for sure.
Mm-hmm. And no one shows up there for an accident. You know what I mean? Everyone's there for a reason. You're not fishing against any jokes. You're fishing against the real deal. So it's awesome.
How many represented your teams?
We had most teams out of all the schools. McDowell had the most teams. I don't know how many they had exactly, but we had 7 teams qualify.
Wow, that's pretty cool. What was the purse, the prizes, all that kind of stuff?
So they got $5,000. There's big trophies. There's a lot of contingency money that goes out in college. Mercury throws money towards the highest Mercury finish. Nitro throws money towards the highest Nitro finish. So does Yamaha. But really what you do it for is the college bracket. And that's a really unique opportunity to go fish the Classic. Yes. Every college kid's dream is to be able to fish the college bracket, and they take the team of the year to the college bracket and the top 3 finishing teams in the national championship. So then the bracket works with a bunch of 1v1s. So you get technically, the top 8 anglers, they 1v1 each other at a specific lake until you get your top angler, and that kid gets to go fish the Classic.
That's pretty huge. That's I don't care who you are. If you're a bass fisherman, you've got the Classic in the back of your mind at some point. We start out fishing by ourselves. We join a bass club. You join BASS or used to be FLW. For a chance to get to the big leagues.
Mm-hmm. There's never a moment when you're fishing and it's never somewhere in the back of your mind. I got to experience the Classic for the first time last year. I got to go watch it in person, and you just get chills. There's we had a basketball stadium full of people. Now I just get to dream of fishing it one day. You get to see there and watch it. It was incredible, the amount of people paying attention, the amount of hands clapping just for someone holding up fish. It's every fisherman's dream come true.
Absolutely. And I've been to 10 or 11 Classics, and my big tech, Scott Lavin is here from AZGFD in studio with us too, Cardi, and awesome. It's such a production for the angling world, but one of the big takeaways, these guys are fishing for millions of dollars, cash, boats, endorsements, all these good things. Yeah, and they always have a little something for the guys to come off the water. Hot dogs. They have hot dogs.
And they're good.
I don't know where Oscar Mayer would be without bass fishermen.
Isn't that the truth?
I'm telling you, buddy. All right, so what's next on your angling schedule? And the second part of that question, how's your academics?
So, angling schedule, number one, we've got a packed fall coming out. We've got 15 tournaments before December. It's going to be very, very busy. We've got 2 big ACA events coming up. We've got Auburn Rand tournaments coming up. We've got our first MLF coming up. It's going to be go, go, go. And academics, even better. We start Wednesday. I've got my schedule pretty much perfect. I'm taking 17 credit hours, which is 5 more than they recommend, just because you do more class, you get done quicker. And I've got it to where I finish up school every day at 11, so that I can go fishing at 11 o'clock every day after school.
Bingo.
That's a good program.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You enjoy your time, because right now you're living a dream. I know it's a lot of hard work, but you're going to look back and later in life go, God, that was fun. Wow.
Absolutely. Every once in a while it hits me. I think I'm literally in college and I get to go fishing. There's no point when fishing's going to be this cheap, and most likely after college, I'm just going to have to actually work. You can't just go fishing every day for some reason. So
yeah, welcome to reality.
Am I the only one in the room thinking, God, I screwed up?
Yeah, you too. Man. Well, share my accolades to all your guys back there, and if you get a chance, shoot me your schedule so we can incorporate what you're doing into the show as we move along.
Absolutely. It's good. There's usually never a 2-week stretch where we don't have some sort of tournament. So we've always got something going on, something we're looking forward to. It's awesome. Yeah.
Okay. You guys, Auburn does a great job. It's been said. U.S. News and World Report. Auburn is the #1 university in Alabama. I've got good friends in Alabama, and they're all real proud of you guys.
And we appreciate it. It's an amazing school. We've got so many amazing different programs. Everyone always says Auburn's an everything school, because we're good at gymnastics, we're good at football, and we're pretty damn good at fishing.
How far are you guys from Wetumpka?
I think we're about 2 hours.
If you get a chance, if you're down south there, I want you to pull into TTI Blakemore. Introduce yourself to my brother Ron Stalling back there. And
Will do.
Yeah, he's a good guy for some of your fishing needs. TTI Blakemore is a leader in the industry and has been. They've got they've got Daiichi hooks, True Turn hooks, Pro X hooks. You name it, they've got it. He's going to be a good source for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
And just tell him to put it on my bill.
I'll definitely do that. That's amazing.
All right. Anything else to add on your behalf? We're going to get ready to flip into a break here.
I'm just about good. I'd like to say thank you for having me on, and can't wait to be on another time.
Okay. Hey, shoot me some pictures if you can. Would like to get some representation of you and your fishing buddies up on the website.
Will do. I'll get those your way today.
All right. God love you, man. Keep your head down. Keep the books open and fish hard.
Will do. I appreciate it.
Okay. Cardi Sean, I got to tell you, Scott, this guy's got it. Well-mannered, well-spoken, intelligent guy. I mean, he's got to figure it out.
Yeah, and
he really does. He's just such a pleasure to know.
You talk about the well-spoken piece. So I learned a long time ago it was no longer enough to be a good business person. If you can't, you look at, Steve Jobs and all these guys that these tech giants that were ambassadors, right? And this, you're right. This guy sounds amazing to hear him speak. I mean, he's going to be an amazing ambassador for the sport.
Yeah, he already is, and is going to be anxious to see how he evolves during the rest of his time at Auburn, and then what he sets himself up for post Auburn.
I mean, it sounds like he's gearing for a PhD, because if he's mastered the college curriculum so that he can get out and fish by 11 every day,
he's on it.
He's cracked the code, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah. All right, we got a couple minutes before we go to a break. What are you up to next? We've talked about a lot of stuff, the Fair Chase. Is there anything we can do here to help you with Fair Chase? Because, you have a week or two prior, week advocacy to the constituency. Fair Chase goes on all year long.
It absolutely does. So right now we're going to be gearing up for having a committee meeting, working with Darren Tucker to put that on the calendar, and then we're going to check in like we always do. We always kind of manage.
Darren, he goes, "Oh man, that guy, is he here again?"
I tell you what, we've made strange partners on this committee, and he's kind of my adult supervision, and he's got the badge and the gun, so he can keep me in line. And he's taught me so much, because I'm not a regulations guy. I'm not an Arizona resident, so my job is to create more hunters and fishermen. But he keeps me straight on the regulatory side, because have you looked at the regs? There's more than a couple pages, and I'm not a good reader. So
it's getting to be like the.
So we've got that coming. We've got we're going to be having our annual coaches meeting, getting ready for the Scholastic Clay Target program. So getting all those coaches geared up for hopefully a fun and safe season for shotgun shooting in academia, and then we're going to be heading out to Yuma to teach a new class of hunter ed instructors, and I think think that's 2 weeks away.
Okay.
So we got a lot going on. And you talk about getting back in the field. I'm back.
Okay. The Fair Chase meeting, is there an opportunity to come present the water hauling issue again?
You know what? It's an open meeting, so yeah, I'll let you. As soon as we nail the date, I'll get that out to you.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to be the turd that won't flush, but something needs to be done about that. I mean, it needs to be on the books. Stop it.
You know, just every now and then you get a good one-liner in there.
Oh man. Okay, we got to flip into our break. We got one more segment. Finish up with Scott Lavin, R3 branch chief for Arizona Game and Fish Department, doing a great job. I'm Don McDowell. Doug is someplace where there's not any internet. I think the Russians have hacked him. So this is Fox Sports 910, 99.9 FM HD2.
This is The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker.
The Anthony Davis $186 million extension. If I'm a great perimeter player, can be on the move, or I want to be on the move, and I see Anthony Davis, I'm looking at the Lakers. For that reason alone, this is a win for the Lakers.
With Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. Tomorrow at 4 on your smart speaker, say play Fox Sports 910.
Looking to get in shape? Then you need to check out AsMed Weight Control with 2 Valley locations. AsMed Weight Control's cutting-edge programs have been carefully developed and refined over the last 30 years, with medical technology growing daily, and they strive to stay on the leading edge of the medical weight loss industry. Our programs use the best formulas for weight loss success strategy, with a use of appetite suppressants, vitamin supplements, B12 injections, and revolutionary lipotropic injections. AsMed Weight Control systems help you gain control of your weight loss battles by giving you the extra willpower by boosting your energy to get the most out of your busy lifestyle. And guys, they are the leader in testosterone therapy. Incredible results in Phoenix at 1241 East Northern Avenue and in Avondale, 2935 North Dysart Road. If you're looking to become a happier, healthier you, then start today by going to AsMedWeightControl.com. Again, here's that website because you don't want to miss this. AsMedWeightControl.com.
Here is a great way to help Arizona's wildlife conservation efforts. Put an AZ Wildlife Conservation license plate on your car, truck, or RV and show the world you care. When you do, you are contributing to the AZ Wildlife Conservation Fund, which manages grants for habitat improvements and hunter-angler recruitment. Simply go online to servicearizona.com and select the AZ Wildlife Conservation plate for your license plate renewal. Show the world you care.
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems Shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click RollShutterSystemsUSA.com or call 623-869-7057.
Attention Arizona firearms owners. Have you been searching for that one-stop shop for all your firearm and gunsmithing needs? Search no more. Head over to 33rd Parallel Defense, where they do it all. Firearms and optics sales, repairs, slide and barrel milling, custom builds, trigger jobs, optics installs, scope ring lapping, projection leveling and laser zeroing, Cerakote, engraving and stipling. 33rd Parallel Defense, 10435 North Scottsdale Road, Scottsdale, Arizona, 480-525-8674.
Turn your home into restricted airspace. Tell incoming flights you want them diverted. The new Raid Essentials light trap plugs into the wall and uses light to attract, then trap flying insects like fruit flies and mosquitoes. Its 24/7 continuous attraction provides insecticide-free protection that's people and pet friendly. Consider air service interrupted. New Raid Essentials light trap. Insecticide-free protection.
I'm Byron Brown, the anti-lawyer lawyer. When it comes to your personal injury case, I'm straight to the point. I'll answer your call, no BS.
Hey DQ fans, the Caramel Fudge Cheesecake Blizzard treat has arrived. It's so wonderful that you won't want to miss out. Indulge your cheesecake cravings and get a heaping helping of fudge and caramel too. Try it today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
If you love the outdoors, make sure you sign up for the weekly hunting fishing newsletter to stay up to date with the latest outdoorsman news across the nation. Sign up today at huntingfishing.com. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
This segment is brought to you by thewilderness.com, makers of quality outdoor and tactical gear. Thewilderness.com.
Okay, yeah. Hey, we're back. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day, letting us in your house, and sharing all the good things that Scott Lavin's doing for the department, ultimately for the constituency of Arizona. And once again, Scott, I want to applaud you for doing what you do for 11 years and the department and, all the good work that they do. Most of it's out front, but, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we don't know as private sector. We don't know as the villagers. And the stuff that we don't know as wildlife conservation organizations, that's going to change. I can talk about my involvement in my groups. We're going to have to pay a little bit more attention, or the same amount of attention in a different manner in different venues. So, when we're talking about this land grab that Grohol has started, that was endorsed by AWF, Arizona Wildlife Federation. They purport themselves to be a wildlife conservation group. That is not the case. In my opinion, they're nothing but a political activist group, and they will be receiving a nice award for doing what they did. It will be the Green Decoy Award, and we're going to move that along, and we're going to suggest that if you're an outdoorsman recreator, you look for some other places to put your donations. They are there. They want to stop the landscape, and I think this is a point in case. 1.1 million acres. We don't go there. So,
well, I don't have a political opinion, but I absolutely embrace the fact. We do what we do to get away from it all, right? We like to go fish. We like to go hunt. Go out to the range. Clears your mind. Time with friends and family.
Oh, yeah.
Gets away from the noise. But as sportsmen who value our opportunity, I think it is highly valuable for us to be informed. And that's been, for the last year, when I speak to organizations, I don't care where your passion is or what you want to do. And I'm certainly not going to give you an idea what your opinion should be.
No.
But you have to be informed of the facts to have an informed opinion to participate in the process.
Exactly. That's the thing. In the way this land grab came down, we knew it was out there. We've been tracking it, writing letters and doing this and doing that. Then all of a sudden, wham! I mean, I got a phone call. Biden's going to do this on Tuesday. He's coming Monday night. He's going to do it at the Grand Canyon. I said, oh, geez. I couldn't go anyway, just because of the timing, and it caught a lot of people by surprise, which is part of their tactics. It's like, you're an Army guy, you don't tell the average, hey, we're gonna drop bombs on you on Tuesday at 2:00, okay, so you don't do that. That's what they did. So anyway, enough said. I'm sorry you didn't get any big game tags.
Honestly, with our travel, the family matters this fall, it probably works out best.
Well, what you don't know, Arizona Game and Fish, they have an over-the-counter elk tag program you can participate in.
I think I've heard of this, yes.
Okay, and then there's a javelina opportunity in GMU 39. I happen to know a guy that has about 100 javelinas on his property that would welcome population reduction.
I honestly, I think with my dance card at this point, I'm gonna be a good family guy this year. Earn earn some good karma, and then we'll look into next year.
You don't have a choice. I happen to know your wife.
Yeah, nope. And look, she let me go to Argentina, so I owe. She's got a token in my, I owe her. So, and so yeah, we've got a lot of fun planned, and we're looking at family trips and all that. Still, Africa's out there on the horizon somewhere, so hopefully I can still get that going, and we'll put in for elk and deer next year.
Yeah, if you happen to put in 6B again, I'm willing to share at least 50 solid years that bouncing around in 6B. I know I have a lot of the elk named up there.
And you know what else, though? I've got enough points that I'm in the game for some turkey, and we're going to chase some turkeys.
I'm telling you, it's difficult to get a turkey tag. It's been, I think, three, maybe 4 years since I had a turkey tag.
I couldn't put in this year, but I've got the points from
but
multiple years
now
of failure, right?
Turkey season interferes with the ADA youth combined deer and elk hunt. So,
and isn't that a great thing, though? Think about that. All of these organizations are so busy. When we try to schedule a meeting, we're talking about scheduling a fair chase meeting. When's a good week to have a meeting? Everybody is so busy doing so much. That's a great problem, isn't it?
Yeah, we're just slammed. Listen, we got to get out of here. Scott, God love you for doing what you're doing, and congratulations on your pastorship.
Thank you. Let me know if you need a baptism or a wedding.
That's pretty cool, but thanks for taking time out of your day to come down and join us here on Don McDowell Outdoors. I appreciate it. We'll look forward to participating with you in the future, and we've got an opportunity down there to do post-opening day dove shoot, so let me know when that was put together.
Let's go for that.
Listen, sign up for the newsletter at huntingfishing.com. I'm Don McDowell. This has been Don McDowell Outdoor Radio, iHeartMedia, and Fox Sports. Take your kids fishing, hug your bass boat, and we'll be back next week.